This video demonstrates the abilities of ARLP version 2.0, otherwise known as Automated Rocket Launchpad. If you're familiar with version 1.0, you will realize that the top space of the rocket launchpad has been cleaned up significantly. This is because all electronics now are mounted underneath. Also, another major improvement is the launchpad is now wireless. No longer do I have to run a telephone cable across the field to launch the rocket. It's now completely done using wireless signals. So down here we have a router. This is not going to be the router used on the final product because this is a nice router, but nonetheless that's used to communicate with an Ethernet shield, and then over SPI that Ethernet shield talks to the ATmega, which controls the individual pins. As you can see, to your left is the main power switch, and to the right is the LED, which was also in version 1.0, which counts down, which blinks as the rocket, as the computer over there counts down. Also, due to the high power requirements of the router, this launchpad actually uses a 12-volt motorcycle battery. However, because this is only for testing purposes, I have it wired up to a 12-volt power supply from the computer. But actually on the field it would end up using a motorcycle battery that could source well above 2.5, about 20 amps. So that's well within requirements. So right now my computer is connected to ARLP Wi-Fi because that's what the router is broadcasting. So I'm going to fire this up right now.
Welcome to ARLP v2.0. Client and server port initialized. Socket bounded. Launchpad detected.
So basically it sends a UDP request and it sees whether or not it gets a response from the launchpad, which has a static IP address, and if it does, it realizes that it's detected. I'm not going to go over the test feature. It's essentially the same thing as version 1.0. It just flashes the LED and asks if you see it. So I'm going to initiate the launch right now.
Ping to initiate launch sequence. If you wish to quit the launch, please step away from the camera.
That feature will be implemented in version 2.1. It's currently not implemented.
8, 7, 6.
And as you can see,
5,
the launchpad is counting down.
3.
And then we're going to go over here.
2.
And then when it goes to ignite, the LED turns on, turns off, and that is basically ARLP version 2.0. In version 2.1, I hope to add the ability to monitor the voltage coming across in the across the mains. That way you'll know if the battery gets low and if it needs recharging, since it is purely battery operated in version 2.0. And I was also looking into Ethernet bootloaders. However, due to the code constraint size of the ATmega 88, I realized that wouldn't be very practical, so I might add support for example, a USB bootloader in the near future, so the chip can be more easily programmed.